Good afternoon. This is Carolyn, and welcome to Scrapbooking with a Twist. Well, you can see I kind of got carried away with the puzzle thing. We're gonna make this today, and I have all of mine made. Well, I don't have these made. I've got all of these made for the swap, all 8 of them. I actually ended up, I think, making 11 because I need 2. Well, that's 10. And then I decided I really kind of thought I wanted one for a card, so I made 11. And then the way they cut out, see if I can show you how they cut out. They cut out this, it was kind of a strange file, but a lot of Cricut stuff does this. When it cuts out, I guess I should get it on the right direction. It cuts this. So it cuts the little puzzle piece and it cuts the outline. Well, so I wanted the puzzle piece to do my stamping on, but then I needed red. I didn't want to outline it in white, so I cut the red, and then I welded some stuff together to cut a background so that I'd have something to glue it all to, because you can't just glue that together. So anyway, then I had all of the red and white pieces left over, so I thought, well, I'll just cut extra black pieces and put those together and send them too. So it was kind of a crazy deal. I really need like an accountability partner because I get to I do too much. Like, it took me forever to do this. And it took forever. I've just been working on it for 3 days, that's all. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. So I did the puzzle piece in white because I wanted to stamp on it. I had gotten this really cute little stamp set for Christmas when my daughter and my daughter-in-law said, you really need to go through and pick out some things you want for Christmas. So I was looking on Amazon and stamp sets and everything, and I found that one, and I thought it was just so stinking cute. And I don't have much like this. And so I put that on my list, and sure enough, I got it. So I wanted to use it. I hadn't used it yet. But I didn't like just the plain white. So I really wanted, what I would have loved to have had was like a little octagon, hexagon, whatever, like chicken wire template that I could have done, but I didn't have that. So I just used this little embossing thing. Not embossing, what am I doing? Whatever this, stencil. I love it when my mind goes blank. So anyway, I'm going to use just a little bit of hickory smoke, very, very lightly, and just show you how I did my little background. And I mean very lightly, just nothing much. I just barely want it to show through. And the good thing about not doing it dark, I did a little more sometimes, like right around the edges. The good thing about not doing it dark is I could do it all over and it was still okay to do my coloring on, to stamp and do my coloring on. So that's how I did the background. And so I did that on all of them. Let's just get that out of the way. I just was going to show you what I had done for the background. And then I did my stamping. And I did it in my MISTI so I could be sure that it stamped well and all that kind of stuff. So then I started trying to decide what colors what color I would do. Excuse me. And I came up, I don't know what I came up with, but anyway, I am going to color this one a little bit with you today. I don't have glasses on. I don't dare try to do that without glasses on. So this is just my tri-blend markers, and like I said, I am not a colorer. It's fun and I like to do it, but I'm not good at it. So I just play with it and just let it go, so there's my kind of little outline. And that's just in the brown. And then I took the gray. I think I did the light. They're not all alike. Anyway, I think I did the light and just kind of blended it all in. with the gray. But yeah, I really need like an accountability partner or something, that when I come up with what I think I'm going to do for a swap, they look at it and they go, you know, Carolyn, you really probably should rethink that. I mean, it might be cute or whatever, but you just really might want to rethink that because it's going to take you a week to do it. Yeah, that's what I need somebody to do. All right, so this one I think is the tan blend. And I didn't do anything special with it. I didn't do any blending. I just colored with it. I think I did her legs and feet with it too. But I just thought these were whimsical and fun and be cute on a card, or, you know, then when this came out, when we got our things on what the different swaps were going to be, I thought this will be kind of cute. I'll show you kind of my reasoning on the puzzle part of it. Let's see. I need red. Do the comb and tail in some red. I love these markers. They don't streak. They don't do. They're just so neat. This is kind of fine, but even if it goes out just a tiny bit, as whimsical as this is, it doesn't really matter. All right. Let's do the... He took a little more time to color because he's kind of... I think I'm going to blend this red in a little with the gray also. For the feathers, not for the comb and the beard, but just for the feathers. And then I think I used the orange, yeah, for her eyelids and her beak. All right, so that's how I colored him. Like I said, he was a little more, because he had on shorts and everything, but that's how I did it. But like I made 11 of these, so that's 22. And then when you decide you're going to do these, that's like 44. What was I thinking? Okay, so background, got my chicken colored. Here's my fella. If I had just done the offset, you know, this part, they would actually fit together. But I had to have something to glue them to. So I did this and welded it. So in order to put these together, you have to first, this one is a certain direction. Now this one's going to be the same no matter what. But this one, you've got to actually find its direction before you can glue it down. So we're going to go ahead and glue it down. While I'm doing this, I'm going to do the twist because I've got to glue several of these. So the twist today was a thing, again, that I saw on Facebook, and it said, pray not because we need something, but because we're grateful for what we have. And I thought that is such a good reminder. Too often, I think we just pray when we need something, you know, like, oh my goodness, I'm sick, I need to be healed, or I don't have enough money to pay the bills this month, or the car's broken down, and we pray because we need something instead of, or we forget to pray altogether. We don't have time, or we just forget, or things are going well and we don't even really see the need to pray because everything's going well. Why should we pray? We don't need anything. And sometimes that's our attitude. And that's kind of sad. I mean, think about if we only talked to our husband when we needed something, and any other time we just didn't talk to him. And God's the same way. We need to nurture our relationship with God just like we do with our kids or our husband or our parents or our friends. We love them, and we want to tell them that we appreciate them, and we want to thank them for things. And I mean, in all honesty, if we build other people up and let them know how grateful we are for them and for our relationship, they're better friends. They're a better husband. They're a better child, because they realize that we appreciate them, and then there's joy in doing things for us. And I don't think God's any different. He's our Father, and he loves for us to express appreciation to him. And so we nourish that relationship with him by telling him how grateful we are for what he's given us, and how thankful we are, because he gives us things that, well, first off, he gives us our money. We wouldn't have a job or anything else if it wasn't for him. Everything is a gift from him. But he gives us things that money can't buy us. Our health, the health of our children, a solid marriage, security and freedom, and the things that money can't buy. And yet the only time we ever talk to him sometimes is just when we need something. So I thought that was a good thought for us for today, to nourish that relationship. Just tell God how much we love and appreciate him, and how we realize that he's the giver of every good thing. And we're so grateful for what he's given us. Okay, so that's the process. And it took forever to cut these out. Like I said, it was a Cricut file, and I struggled getting this background. I really wanted it solid back there, but there was just no way I could get it to do that. But I did finally, by welding and doing some things, get it big enough that I could glue to it. And so that was an accomplishment. And so I thought, okay, I've got that. I'm going to just live with that. Now this one, like I said, you've got to be sure you've got it going the right direction, because as you can see, it doesn't match up this way. It does. Oops, I did have it right. Okay, so got to get it matched up. But gluing these, well, for starters, taking them off of the mat after they cut. They did cut well. I'll have to give it that. I had to cut a few extra of the black ones. They kept wanting to kind of tear right in these little things a little bit. I'm sure I probably need a new blade or something on my Cricut. But and I had to get a new mat. My mat had lost its sticky. And so I opened a new mat, and then you've got these little thin things stuck to that new sticky mat. And it was quite a bit of work to get them off of there. And like I said, when you're doing 44 of them, basically, it was a chore. And so it took me a long time just to get the pieces cut and off the mats. And so I had to cut all of my whites, and then all of my reds and all of my blacks. And it was kind of a chore. Like I said, I'm telling you, I need an accountability partner. This is, Carolyn, let's rethink that. Let's just rethink that. But I do like it. I think it's cute. I do like it. So there's that. Now here are these are, of course, the whites are the ones that came off of this one. And then the reds are the centers of what, these were. So that's what makes the other pieces. So there's Another set of those. And then, here we go. These are the easy ones because they only have one way that they go. So they're the easy ones. This, I'm telling you, I was spoiled. Like that week between Christmas and New Year, it's always like one of my favorite weeks because it's just not so busy. And then, you know, all heck breaks loose once we kind of get past New Year's, and I get a new set of students assigned to observe, my counseling students that I observe. And so I've been communicating with them, and they have 1,000 questions at the beginning of the semester and all that kind of stuff. So that has been going on. And then my daughter-in-law's family, we are in Fort Worth stock show season. And her family comes every year to the stock show because her niece shows and her brother helps with some people that show. And so, and they stay with them. Well, they've been so busy that sometimes I clean house for my daughter like once a week, and she pays me. And so my son and daughter-in-law every once in a while ask me, you know, if I'll do theirs too. And so they had company coming and had been so busy. So they asked me if I would clean. And so I did. And I did part yesterday and then finished up a little bit today. And then their company is supposed to be here tomorrow. But so I've been gone doing that. Then we have Bible study, ladies' Bible study tonight at church. So I got to get ready for that. And I wanted to get this video done, get it up, and get this swap so that I know that like I'm filming this on, today is, I think, January 28th, and it doesn't go up until the 14th of February. But I've been trying to work ahead because I know how busy it's going to get and how busy I am when I start doing all my observations, and I just wanted to be a little bit ahead when it came time for all of that. Okay, so see, that's the wrong way. So we got to get it turned around, and there's the right way. But I liked these puzzle pieces. I just really wanted that solid piece in the back, and I just could not get it to do it. No matter how many times and what I welded or what I did, I couldn't get it to do it. I prefer silhouette, but my silhouette is older, and it's not, I put a new blade in it and everything, and it's just not cutting right. And then with an update, it got to where I couldn't even do some things. And like, I would buy a file and it wouldn't download, and I don't know. So I really think I'm just going to break down one of these days and buy a new silhouette. But the problem with that is they're pretty expensive. And I got the Cricut. Well, I have my old Cricut, and then I have another Cricut that's really old too, but it's still the newer versions of it. It's not the one. Well, I think it actually takes the little cartridges and is computerized. And then I don't use it much because I had the silhouette. And then I got this Cricut, which was much newer, from my niece. And I think it's like an Explorer 2 or something like that. So, I mean, there's still a bunch of newer versions, but it's way newer than the one I had. And I keep my little old one that uses the cartridges out because I use it every once in a while. I love that little Cricut. But this one, of course, is all computerized. and it works well. It just is not, to me, it's just not as user-friendly as the silhouette. There are things that are, to do the same thing on the silhouette is just so much easier than it is on the Cricut. To me. I know there are people who would disagree with that, but to me, it is. Okay. Now, I know this went fairly quick in this video, but I'm telling you, folks, between finding it, getting it to where I could use it the way I wanted to, getting all the backgrounds inked, getting all these chickens stamped and colored, and then cutting all of these and getting them off of the cutting mat and then assembled was a chore. I like them, and I'm glad I did it, but if anybody's ready to be my accountability partner and say, Carolyn, that's probably not what you really need to do. Okay, there we go. I think they're kind of cute. I hope my partners like them. Oh, and then I did this. I did a little bitty title kind of thing to go with it too. It just says Better Together. And I thought that'd be kind of cute on puzzle pieces because they do need to go together. And so anyway, that's what I did. And I hope you like it. Let me see if I can give you a little bit of a close-up here. I hope you like it. I think they kind of turned out cute, but they were a labor of love, I'll just tell you. So I guess we should do that right side up. Have a great day, have a blessed day, and be a blessing to someone else. Thanks for dropping by my channel.